Wanted man faked his death and held wake in Jamaica before deadly shootout with law enforcement officers. Hi again and welcome. This is Links 007 TV News Report, and we'll be right back with the full details to come.
Welcome to Links 007 TV News Report, providing you with the best in local and international news updates. This is a place where you can get the most reliable and informative news information. Links 007 TV News Report.
Welcome back and thanks for joining us. This is Links 007 TV News Report. The wanted man who was cut down in a blazing gun battle between members of the island security forces on Saturday had faked his death months before the encounter with lawmen. The police said that the man, identified as Peter Davis, otherwise called Devilman, had even organized a wake to have people come out and mourn. Peter Davis went as far as to asking people to wear buttons with his photo and the words RIP engraved on the items, the police said on their social media page. All those plans turned upside down when the man who was named on the JCF Wanted Wednesdays earlier this year was one of two men fatally shot during a police joint military operation. Police superior intelligence led to the discovery of the hideout location and the subsequent operation that aimed at capturing him. According to the police, Davis and his crony was cut down in the Bogwalk area on Saturday, July the 20th. Dead are Peter Davis, otherwise called Deverman, who was wanted for murder, and 27-year-old Tavani Benjamin. Reports from law enforcement officers are that at around 5:10 a.m., members of the island security forces conducted a targeted raid in the area. Upon arrival at the location, lawmen were greeted with gunfire. The lawmen took evasive action and returned the fire. Two police officers were also shot and injured during the process. The gunmen attempted to escape in the community when they were intercepted by other members of the team when they were shot. Three 9mm pistols were also seized during the incident. The injured police officers and the gunmen were transported to hospital, where the police were admitted for treatment and the gunman pronounced dead.
The Senior Superintendent of Police, Jamaica Constabulary Force. So we're actually in the West Prospect area in Bogwalk in St. Catherine, where there was an incident earlier today where two of our police officers were shot and injured after they carried out an operation. It's a joint police military operation led by the Specialized Operations Branch, where they went in search of a wanted man who has been on the wanted list in the St. Catherine North Division for some time now. He has always been a feature of their top three for some time. He was featured also on our Wanted Wednesday page, where we asked him to make himself available to the police. So they carried out the operation this morning, and when they went to the location, they fired at the police. The police officers were injured, but based on the training of the team that went in, they were able to continue the operation. And at the end of the shooting incident, two men were found with injuries, and they were later pronounced dead at hospital. Their identity revealed that they were Peter Davis, otherwise called Devil. That's his alias. And he was one of the other person who was identified as Tafari Benjamin was also featured as on the police person of interest list in relation to murder. So in a little while, the acting assistant commissioner will share some more about the history of this individual and how he has impacted the community violently for a long time. So unfortunately, he never allowed himself, or they never allowed themselves to be arrested. And as a result, the police and the military personnel had to put their training into perspective. They had to apply the training to ensure that there were no more injuries. At the moment, the police officers are being treated. One is considered a little more serious than the other, but they are getting the necessary support. I know the Commissioner of Police and the High Command, they have reached out to them and will be reaching out to the family, and they will continue to get the support. But I think what is important is that we just want to remind those persons who are criminal-minded that they should not seek to take on the police or the military in any violent confrontation with lethal weapons, because they are trained to defend themselves and to defend others, and they at all times will put that training into motion. Unfortunately, there are times when we end up with a very unfortunate situation that was not the intended purpose of the operation. So, in every instance, we want to ensure that these persons are apprehended and taken before the court, and we want to them to give themselves such an opportunity. So, acting ACP Christopher Phillips will share some more about the situation and the mayhem that these individuals have been causing.
And so, as SSP Lindsay would have alluded to it, this man who goes by the alias Devils, he has been on the wanted list for St. Catherine North for quite a while, and his crony Tafari Benjamin is also a person of interest in several cases of murders and shooting within the Linstead area. This is a dangerous criminal. In fact, for a man to go out of his way to stage his death and to have it on social media, trying to more or less mislead police operation, you know the type of person that we have to deal with. One thing I observed so far is that the community is breathing a sigh of relief, you know, based on what took place this morning. And it's as a result of the relentless efforts that we're putting in. For Area 5, the last time I checked, we have over 64 wanted persons listed across Area 5. And I'd want to just remind the public that we are fully focused, razor-like focus around wanted persons, persons of interest. We have situated some teams that will focus primarily on those persons. We have the Area Fugitive Apprehension Team, and we have also joined our Special Operations Team across St. Catherine North and South, who will be fully focused. And so we are going to be living in these spaces where these wanted persons are operating, and we are going to ask the public to work with us. We want to rid these communities of the kind of criminality that we see happening inside it. In fact, the communities are crying out for peace. They are saying they want back their communities, and we are working with them. So I just want persons to rest assured that we're going to continue to do the work that is necessary right across Area 5 and to treat with all the issues that will come up.
The Inspector of Professional Standards Oversight Bureau is investigating, and the Independent Commission of Investigation INDICOM has also launched their investigation. Links 007 TV will continue to track this story and have more details to come on this in a subsequent newscast. This has been Links 007 TV News Report. Thanks for watching.